check your birth certificate, mate? What happens?
I'll fly to you. I'll do the intro and say. And then you can read the teams out.
Who's named as the home team?
WA finished on top.
So read theirs first.
I'm not sure the audience members.
All right, welcome everyone here to the arena sport number 42, bringing you the grand finals for the Australian Masters Championships here today. The over 55 men's division coming to you from court 4. Looking forward to this action here. My name's Stephen Mogg. I'd like to welcome my commentator here, Dave McKay. Welcome, mate.
Thank you, mate. Good to be here.
It's good. We have a Queenslander and a Western Australian on the commentary, so we can't be accused of any bias, which is good. Looking forward to this fantastic game here. Two really good teams. This is the second year this division of over 55s has been at these national championships, so looking forward to a good game. Would you like to give us on who's playing these games for both teams?
Yes, so WA, who finished top of the table, their team led by Trevor Hart, number 1. Also playing Brett Williams, number 29. Craig McSweeney, number 10. John Coulgis, who'll keep, number 2. Rod Beju, number 3. Brendan Vines, number 23. Alan Chalou, number 4. and John Trella, number 2.
Now the Queensland teams.
Captain by Andrew Hocking, number 5. Darren Norman, number 67. Darren Woodman, number 2. Drew Dixon, 66. Jan Peterson, 8. Jason Nichol, 72. Malcolm Proctor, number 9. Peter Blow, who is actually captain, my apologies. Stephen Tomarini, number 11.
Yeah, there's 2 captains there. So, interesting result for this division so far. These teams played against the over 60s as well, but our first, on the first day, these 2 teams played together. Queensland being victorious with 81-80, so that was a very, very close game. WA finishing on top throughout the round games and winning quite well to come through to the grand final. Queensland finishing 3rd, had to do it the hard way, had to come through the minor, then the prelim, but are here on this grand final day here. Plenty of action to come. Queensland winning the toss and bowling. Do you think that's a surprise?
I think it is. Most teams I've seen in the past have batted first to get some runs on the board and put the pressure on the team batting second, but if that's the way Queensland have done it during the week and it's worked for them, they're here.
Yeah,
so
look, it is an interesting way to go about it. Jan Peterson will open the bowling for Queensland. Who do we have batting here for WA?
So facing will be John Coulgis and his batting partner will be Craig McSweeney. Pretty sure these guys have opened most of the week. Obviously batted pretty well. And a very experienced combination, haven't played in the 50s last year together too.
Nice quick start there by Peterson and well played for 2 runs to the side net. Yeah, look, what sort of score do you think is going to be handy here?
Well, looking at the grand finals earlier, one of this court was reasonably high by Queensland, chasing a low team total.
Chance taken!
Out.
Early wicket for Queensland. Steph Tomarini, good catch, low down. Perfect start for Queensland.
I think if you go 20 a pair batting first, you've got to put pressure on Queensland, but they're off to a good start, so WA boys are going to have to work a bit hard here.
Yeah, uppishly played to the man on the 3 line. Good catch in the end.
Bit of nerves maybe.
A little bit. Peterson in again. Shorter length ball and paddle round the corner for 2.
Much better from McSweeney. That's his shot.
Good bit of fielding up the front there by Proctor. Gets a touch.
He'll play that one and he'll lead on the half volley and punch it up to the wire.
Big start to Queensland. Wicket in the first over, exactly what they're after. 3 balls to come in this first one with Peterson in to bowl again. Flat. Chance at the top. A direct hit would have been very interesting. And umpire Mark Nichol.
Experienced umpire Mark. He'll have a good game.
Queensland with 2 on the leg side. Interesting. See if they're going to bowl nice and tight into that area there. Just outside off stump. A little under edge there. Back to the keeper. No runs scored. It's been a good over for Queensland.
Sold him the dummy there, mate. 2 on leg side and bowled it wide outside off stump.
Yeah, interesting ploy. Peterson in again. Full length delivery and aggressively played. 2 easy runs in the end, and that brings the over to an end. 3 runs coming from that first over. 1 wicket to the Queenslanders. So probably a settling over for both teams, perhaps.
Oh, yeah. I think McSweeney was looking for a few more than 2 with that shot, but he'll take the 2.
He did have a fair crack at it, that's for sure. Drew Dixon, the new bowler for Queensland. 3 runs to WA.
Plenty of time to go.
Certainly is.
So McSweeney facing. Here's Dixon with his first ball. In the hip where he wants it to be.
Good chance at the keeper's end.
Good bit of fielding.
Yeah, good bit of fielding by Nichol up the front there. Gets a slap away. Interesting. It's just having a quick look. 5 of the top 10 contributors through the stats have been from WA. So they've got quite a few in that region having quite a good week so far. Aggressive again.
It's having a bit of a whack at it.
He's trying to assert some authority here. McSweeney on the Queensland team. Is he normally an aggressive bat?
He can do. Like I say, he likes that one at his hip that he plays the cross bat down up, and he likes to lean on the fully, hit the wire on the offside. So
aggressive again, uppish. Chance at the top. Good feed Bit of fielding by Blow at the back here.
End of the week, mate, running a bit slower, so every chance for run-outs.
Yeah, that's the thing. Direct hits are crucial through Masters in general, but more so perhaps in these older gentlemen's games. Dixon in again. Short.
Short out off.
Well played for two. He's played that one quite well.
Bread and butter for most players, so...
Yeah, 2 balls left in this second over from Dixon. He probably hasn't quite got his line and length spot on. Rolls his fingers across that little off-cutter into the hip. That's a much better line, especially with 2 on the leg side.
He must have heard you, mate.
Commentator's curse can go both ways, I guess. One ball to come.
WA sitting on 9.
Short, and that's just too easy. Sits up nicely.
I don't know how you found it during the week, Moggy, but that shot there where it comes off the roof, still chancing run-outs because the roof's a little bit lower.
Yeah, look, it's probably average, probably a touch lower than some other centres. But yeah, look, it gives you some opportunity. Like, it seems to be really tight at the top and a little bit loose down the bottom.
Yeah.
The nets. I did field on leg side a few times, so it was a bit of a challenge throughout the week to adjust to it. But that's the joys of playing at different centres. And,
yeah.
no, speaking of the centre here, congratulations to Dan McKay and his team and his family for putting on such a great event. The centre's extremely well presented.
Fantastic.
Peter Blow now, one of the skippers for Queensland, coming on the bowl. Tomarini at the back. 11 so far for Western Australia, so that second over was quite good. We'll talk probably a fair bit throughout the week, throughout the day, about there being momentum shifts and these sort of games, and there's a slight momentum shift back in WA's favour as Blow comes into bowl. Just pushes that one down leg side.
Pete will swing the ball into the right-handers, which is always hard, especially if he gets his length right.
Better, it's a chance at the top.
Well kept down by JK, John Coolgis. That's the one you can get your head over a bit and hit it in the air and get caught in the 2 lines, so he's done well to keep it down.
He looks to be struggling a little bit on the running between wickets, maybe carrying a little niggle, but I'm sure there's plenty of that out here at this point in time.
Oh, yeah.
Blow again, it's aggressively driven to the back.
McSweeney.
Erred on his length a little bit there, Blow, and just put that right in a slot, and a beautiful shot by McSweeney for 5 runs.
And in all fairness, he's been looking for it.
Well, he has. Blow in again. Shorter this time. Well played for 2. Nice paddle around the corner. Just 2 lengths here from Blow. A little bit full, that last one, a little bit short there as well. So would like to get his line's pretty good, I feel. It's just that length, he's just a little bit off. But Blow in again. Slight misfield up the front by Proctor.
Good call.
Last ball here of the 3rd over. WA in relative control, 22 runs. That's better. Good area there. And that will result in a 3rd ball of the first ball of the 4th over.
Well, considering the slow start off the first over, WA probably where they want to be now in this skin after 3 overs.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, a couple of really good bowls to finish out there by Blow as well. So it does create that 3rd ball opportunity. So there will be a little bit of pressure here. Looks like Proctor is coming into bowl for Queensland.
So I wonder if this is a standard, meaning he bowls the 4th over all the time, or because they're on 3rd ball, he's going to do a certain thing to try and take the wicket?
I think it would be a general plan that he'd bowl the last over. I mean, unfortunately, I haven't had a chance to watch too many of the 55s games. So, but he's a quality player that's been around a while, Proctor. So 3rd ball, just lent on. It's a chance at the top. Direct hit by Seal there would have been very, very close, but well played.
Made JK work hard, and if he can make him work hard now, if he has got that niggle, but he's done well, JK. So
Proctor in again. Shorter. Just big appeal by the Queenslanders for an edge. May have been an under edge. They look a little disappointed. Very hard to give those. I didn't hear anything from all the way back here.
There's plenty of noise in the centre. If it's a small nick and the players can hear it, but getting up to the umpire, a bit different.
Dot ball as a result. Proctor in again. Oh, just push that one down the leg side. Would have been a leg side stumping opportunity, but creates the opportunity, and WA have taken it to re-bowl that delivery. So an extra ball now for Queensland. WA moving to 25 with 4 balls still remaining in this first skin.
Shot.
Good shot for 2.
Simple game, right?
It can be, yeah. Interesting. I'm just having a look at the over 40 scoreboard. Victoria batting first. New South Wales already have a penalty of -5.
Oh, yeah.
Short ball, wide. It's a bit of a poor ball by Proctor. He'd be disappointed with that. And another 2 easy runs and 3 balls still remaining. So this has been a good over for WA.
Oh, they'll be liking this. The extras help.
Better delivery there and creates the uncertainty with the shot there. And good bit of fielding by Jan Peterson up the front. No run scored, 2 balls remaining. WA on 29. Good ball again. Really good closing out in these last couple of balls. 3rd ball opportunity now. Last ball for this skin. Queensland would love a wicket. WA would just love to move the score on.
Just rolling his fingers, cutting it into the right-hander.
Bats it over the top. Ooh, direct hit by Seal, would have been close. 1 run to finish, that's 30 runs, so a perfect start for WA. How do you feel they'll feel about that?
They'll be wrapped with that start. I think most times they look for 20-25 a skin to try and get that 80 to 100, so to get 30, 18 to Coolgis and 12 to McSweeney, yeah, they'll be pretty happy with that.
Yeah, I think so. Good start, really. Big game like this in a grand final, so if we're looking for a score of around that 80 mark, they're well and truly on track for that at this point in time.
Yeah, coming into bat, Rod Beju and Brendan Vines. Rod Beju will face
Brendan Vines, an old Queenslander, North
yes.
Queenslander more specifically.
Yes.
So he'd know a lot of these sort of guys. There might be a little bit of niggle here, perhaps.
Wow. Rod Beju, former ACT player, has moved across to WA as well.
Hocking to be the new bowler for Queensland.
Probably half the WA side have come up from the 50s division last year where they won the Shield.
Yeah, they had a fair bit of success there.
So they've all moved up, which is good.
Hocking in the bowl now. Aggressive shot. Oh, what a bit of fielding.
Oh,
Stefano Tonomarini gets the touch fortuitously, goes straight back to the receiver and blow, takes the stumps off. That's just a little bit unlucky. But that's a wicket early in both skins now.
Yeah, and look, he hit that pretty well. So the deflection was quite sharp, and for Peter Blow on the back stumps to get that clean, because I mean that could have been hit the stumps, which still would have been out. But geez, it's good work.
A little bit of luck for Queensland, but that's a big wicket now. Puts this batting pair under a bit of pressure early. Vines on strike now, and just flicks that round around the corner for 2.
Played. Interesting though, Queensland have put 2 back on the offside now. Looks like he's bowling little innies, am I?
Yeah, they've just brought the second one across on the leg side. That
Oh,
might
here
have
we
been
go.
a mistake, perhaps. Or it could be a plan to each of the batsmen, perhaps.
True.
Vines is a pretty strong player through that area. Shorter length ball, just pushes back and well played for 2. Three balls left in this first over of the skin by Hocking. Fuller length ball and driven hard by Vines. Well played. Played that one along the ground. It's pretty hard to get down at the best of times, but by the end of a long week, it's that even harder again. Nice shot from Vines. 5 runs off that delivery. Proctor, Hocking just erred on his length a little bit too full. About a little
Rolls the
change up.
fingers.
Well played. Another 2 to the score, and it's been a good fight back, and that's the key. In both innings, both skins, WA have lost a wicket early, but they've fought back particularly well.
So last ball of this over now.
Full, wide-ish ball just snuck inside the line and brings you over to an end. 6 runs coming from it. First over of that skin. WA moving to 36, so still in a good, strong position.
Yep, they'll be happy where they are. They know they've got plenty of time to build. These two can definitely bat. They'll hit the wire. They'll keep building that score.
Darren Norman to bowl, also known as Seal, plays at Ricky Point, my local centre. He'll mix the pace up through the air a little bit, hold a few up in the air, get above the eye line and tempt them. And Dan can whip the quicker one through as well. Comes in to bowl now. A bit more flight, bit of spin. Well played. And Tomarini throws the big leg out there. And
giving it a rub.
Yeah, giving it a rub. It is a little bit cool here today. He's had a fair bit of contribution in the field as well.
Yeah, good player, Steph.
Aggressive again. Nice shot by Vines for a 3 that time. Good bit of fielding up the back by Blow, but good running by Vines.
He's got his confidence up, Brendan, so that's good for the grand final.
Yeah, look, he's looking quite good.
No nerves showing there.
I think he'd have close to 10 off his own stick already. Sealing the bowl again, just short of the length there. And
shot.
Well played for 2. Very ginger pull-up after the run there, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm not really sure that I haven't seen a player pull up a bit ginger this end of the week.
That's it. Sealing again the bowl. Well played. Well rocked back by Vines and plays that nicely for 2.
I mean, WA were lucky to have a game off for the prelim to rest up a bit more than Queensland, so hopefully they took advantage of it.
Oh yeah, it can be a good thing, that's for sure. Oh, a bit more flight there. It's up, it's just a chance. Peter Blow up the back. Takes a good catch, and that's a key wicket after WA starts building some ascendancy again.
Rob Beige won't be happy with that. Didn't quite get to the length of the ball.
Yeah, did find himself a little short, and that's resulted in the ball being played uppishly. If he had driven that hard into the ground, would have been 4 runs very, very easily, but an important wicket for Queensland. Last ball of the over. Full length ball. Vines used his feet well and just defended, but it came off the leg and no run, which brings you over to the end. Skid of 9 so far and 39 as a total, and Vines is a significant contributor to this partnership so far.
Yeah, he's batting very well. Play against him on a Tuesday night back home and can definitely bat, and yeah, he's full of confidence and hitting that ball well.
Looks relatively fit for this age group as well.
Yeah, I don't know him that well, but yeah, I agree.
Jason Nicol, now the next bowler for Queensland, on the 7th over of the game. Pushes that one down leg side, a quicker action, a little bit quicker through the air.
Yeah, I know Jason for the Masters World Series last year, and he had pretty good tournament there. Coming around the wicket, aiming at the legs. Not necessarily the hip, but the legs, and
pushes that down leg side again. That's 2 in a row. That relieves a lot of pressure off WA. Looks more like that skiddy sort of bowler, doesn't he?
Yeah.
That's what I found during the week. The ball's a bit newer, it skids a little bit. As it gets a bit older, it grips a little bit more. You still, even early, get the occasional one that would jump off the seam. It's a better line and well played in the end there for 2 runs.
Just a little bit of overcorrection. Made it easy for Rod Beige to bang it to the wire.
Nicol in again, 3 balls remaining in this 7th over of the game. Played hard. Chance at the top, direct hit, and Vines would have been out. Stefan Tomarini, he's been everything to do with anything in the field for Queensland pretty much at the moment. There was an opportunity there for a run out, a direct hit. Would have definitely seen Vines short. Played it a little bit flat.
He won't be happy with himself.
Just resetting the field a little bit, coming a little bit deeper on the leg side. Right outside of stump again. 2 easy runs. It's been an expensive over for Queensland and a really good over for WA after being in trouble in the first over of their skin and now fighting their way back again. 19 with 1 ball to come.
Well played.
Brings you over to the end. 49 is the team total, so a very impressive team score so far.
Yeah, both boys batting well. Keep the ball out where they need to. Nice loud call or no. 19 after 3 overs, you'd be happy with that. They get another 5 or 6 to get their 25. Team total 55. They're on target. That's where they want to be.
Oh, it's pretty impressive there. Stefan Tomarini now coming on the bowl. Had an impact in the field. Can he have an impact with the ball in hand? I think it is a very good start from Western Australia. And their batting pairs are fairly consistent, or is there a stronger and weaker pair?
No, look, I think they're all pretty consistent. As I say, most of the boys have come up from 50s last year, and they played in the grand final and won it last year with the 50s. So
short and wide outside off stump. Well played.
There's no lack of finals experience for them, playing under pressure, and obviously have done it pretty well during the week to finish top of the ladder. So
yeah, well deserving of top spot. Tomarini in the bowl now. Also a little bit of shape in, just starting a little bit too wide, but I think that's probably the one thing from a Queensland perspective. I just don't think they bowl enough balls in the right area. They'll bowl a couple of good ones and keep some pressure on, and then just err a little bit.
It's a fine line though.
It is. Wide outside off stump and left. That are looking for perhaps that being a wide, but called good by Mark Nicola, our umpire for this event.
Yeah, good call from Mark.
Short and wide outside off stump. Well played again. Another 2 runs to the total for WA, moving the team total to 54. So it's been a fantastic start.
Yeah, Steph not happy with himself when he turned around back this way. You could see the look on his face. He knows he's got to bring that line across.
Ryan's on strike now. Short.
Much better.
That's where you want to be. It's well played. There's a little bit of a thought of stealing a run. There wasn't too much of that happening in over 60s. We may see it a little bit more in over 55s. It is the second year this division.
Going to have to roll slowly in the corner.
Yes, it would. Second year this over 55s at Australian Masters Championships. Last ball, aggressive shot. Well fielded by Millman.
Good bit of fielding.
And that brings it to the end. So 24 runs coming from that skin. WA in control of this game at the moment, putting on a very nice total of team of 54. The key thing there is both pairs we've had so far have lost a wicket early and been able to build and consolidate, and scores of 30 and 24, which is pretty impressive.
Yeah, look, at the end of the day, what the score is after the first over doesn't really count too much, so WA boys will know that, and as long as they get their 20-25, they'll be fine.
It's a fantastic facility here, the Arena 42. It's the home of action indoor sports and also an inflatable world at Modbury. Congratulations to Dan and his family for putting on such a fantastic event. It's been a real pleasure to be here. Also a good opportunity to thank Burley, the official ball supplier of this tournament here, and one of our major sponsors as well, looking after us with supplying these fantastic balls for this tournament. And a big shout out to the guys from Calling All Sports in Brisbane here doing the live stream, our broadcast partners as well. New bowler is hocking again and shapes it in. An aggressive shot. It's a chance at the top. And that's another wicket. Tomarini, first over of every skin, is involved in the game. What a flick. Beautiful fielding.
Batting for WA, Alan Chalou, who hit that ball, unfortunately short of his ground. Batting with him will be John Trella.
Just don't hit the ball to Tomarini in the first over of his skin. He is on fire. No. Good flick there, big wicket, hocking in again.
Good ball.
Great bowling. Yes.
In-swing Yorker, well bowled.
And you can see it, like I just feel there's a little shift there. That wicket, I think, was crucial. This pair doesn't look as confident as the other two pairs coming after that dismissal.
No.
Can Queensland smell the blood? Short and wide and played well into the top of the net for 2 easy runs. It's just too easy out there, isn't it?
Yeah, look, well played by Johnny Trella. Taking the twos where he can. Alan Chalou on strike.
Well played.
Good pick up in the field.
It's good cricket all round, good delivery and good shot. And a no call. -3 for this skin so far with 2 balls remaining. Hocking into bowl. Full length ball.
Good placement.
Yeah, it was.
Just waited for the ball to get past the fielder and called his batting partner through.
Yeah, Tomarini's pretty deep here on the leg side. I think it could have been a bit more of an effort to get that ball before it hits the net. A little shuffle back. Nice shot. It's a chance at the top. Fielded by Nickel. Frizzy over to end. A 0 coming from it. Total of 54.
Yes, Stefan's a tall man too, so to get down to that and turn and throw would have made it a bit difficult for him. So,
especially at this time of the week.
Oh, yeah. Good to see quite a few supporters from the other teams in the same states watching the game. So,
yeah, I think we'll start to see the crowd swell, and I definitely think there'll be a big crowd here for that over 40s game later today. Local team, South Australia, in that final.
Yeah, South Australian 40s have done pretty well the last few years, so home state will come out and support.
Very good WA team last year in 40s.
Yeah, they were.
Really good team.
Yep.
It was a good game, that one too, in that final. Peter Blow now, bowling the 10th over of the game. Short, and it's a chance the keeper's end, direct hit, and that's out. Jason Nickel up the front. What a smart piece of fielding. Side little flick, hit middle stump. Direct hits will get you a wicket more often than not.
Alan Chalou just not quite getting the ball down up enough. Gave Jason Nickel half a chance and he took it.
Good presence up there by Nickel. Good touch. Big wicket for Queensland. This is the second wicket for this pair. All other pairs have lost a wicket early and fought back. Blow in again. Aggressive shot up the back. That's forced a chance.
Oh.
Tomarini up the back here, flicked and missed by millimetres. That would have been very, very close. Another direct hit. Upish, it's a chance. Yard Peterson takes the catch. Big over here from Peter Blow. Couple of wickets coming from it.
Alan Chalou won't be happy with himself. He knows.
I did suggest a little earlier, I felt that there was a little bit of a shift in the game, and Queensland have really capitalised on that at this point in time. This pair, -6 into the 10th over, their second over for the skin. Blow in again to bowl. Aggressive shot. Oh, it's taken the stumps. It's a chance again. We had one in the last game that just fell, and that's the thing. Sometimes it hits the stumps and goes for 5. 5 valuable runs.
Oh, they'll take it.
They will.
WA boys are going to have to work hard and just keep building this score. The 5's a bonus.
Well bowled, just off the leg. No run score with 1 ball now to come in the blow over.
Good call by John. 2 on the leg side for Queensland.
Pushes that one down for leg side wide to finish the over. -1. Oh, sorry, 1's the score now, so moving the total to 55. It's been an important over for Queensland there. A couple of key wickets. Peter Blow off his 2 for 12. Interesting to see which way Queensland go with the ball here. Looks like Darren Norman again to bowl. Give one a bit of flight here and there and push one through a little bit quicker. I think if he gives one flight, I think the WA guys might look to the back net here.
Be tempted.
I think they might be tempted.
Yep. Well, we've seen a couple come back here already off the other bowler, so might use his feet and come down the deck, and Peter Blow might have some work to do down here.
Interested to see what happens. See if the pressure gets to WA a little.
Well played.
He's used his feet well there and given himself a bit of room. Played nicely back to that, and smart shot for 2 up into the springs. Makes it easy for your partner when you hit him up there.
Oh. More time you got to get there, the better. Sore and tired.
Nice little paddle around the corner. 2.
This is a better start for this over from the WA boys.
It has been. Oh, a little bit of flight with that one. He's tempted him. Oh, big jump there by Blow. That's the 7 scored. Big result from WA. Trella, they needed that one.
Used his feet, got to the half volley. Good effort by Peter Blow.
Quicker ball through the air, just a little bit of a miss hit. Chance, very close, not out. Direct hit would have been very, very interesting. Mark Nicol was all over that one.
Yeah, well run by Johnny Trella. He knew he had to put the afterburners on there, but good fielding.
It's been a big over for WA. 13 from it so far, 2 to come. Fuller length ball, just pushes that down, maybe takes a little bit of leg. A little bit unsighted here. 1 ball to come in the 11th over. WA fighting their way back in this skin after losing 3 wickets. Full, aggressive again.
Tom Marini
again. It may have been a chance, I think.
Look, I think it was. I think because Johnny Trella used his feet and came down the wicket a bit, I think Peter Blow was moving to the right to possibly cover it if he had to. Steph thought he might have been at the stumps for him and underarmed it, and unfortunately, yeah, not quite. WA back on track.
They are. That was an important over. Stephen Tomarini now bowling for Queensland again. Probably erred a little bit with his line in his last over, so see if he can get that radar right. Queensland would like another wicket here because the score's building a little bit now too, like 69 with an over to go in this third pair. Well and truly on track for an 80-plus score. Push that one through a little bit quicker, just outside off stump. An aggressive shot, no runs scored.
Good pace from Steph this time of the week.
It is. Just a reminder that the only 2 times that these teams have met, Queensland victorious, 81 to 80. So a score around that 80 mark is going to be a very good game. Short of a length, a bit side. Well played for a nice shot for 2. Gets the WA bench a little bit excited about that shot as well.
Up on their feet.
Yeah, I think they know the value of this partnership being able to fight back like they have. Just outside off stump.
As you know, that one skin, low skin, just hurts. And the other guys hopefully don't do something silly and try and make it up and make it worse. So good comeback.
Pushes that one just inside the line, nice and wide. Will create a third ball opportunity now, or not happy with that?
Oh, I thought it was outside the line. I've got a slightly better angle than you here, Moggy, so.
Well, yeah, and I've got a bloke on a Queensland shirt sight screening me a little bit. I might have to get up in a second. Push that wide again.
Shot.
That's a lovely shot. Good contact on a third ball for 2 runs. 1 ball remaining in this 12th over. WA for the skin moving to 19, 73 as a team total. Actually well on track here for a score in the vicinity of 100.
It's that 20-25 a skin. It doesn't matter how you get there. Yeah, the
aggressive. Bang! It's a chance. Oh, that's missed. He could have almost just reached out, and as a result, 7 runs scored to finish the skin. Wow, that could have been a big turnaround.
Oh, 12 runs.
Could have been. Good result. 26. Trella, 25 of his own bat. That's an impressive performance.
He's done well.
He has, especially after losing a couple of wickets there early in that skin. For them to fight back, that's a really impressive score. And that'll get the score close. Well, it's on 80.
Yeah, that's quite vital for WA because that really could have turned the game around. Bit of momentum for Queensland if they'd have kept them to 5 or 10, which is what it was looking early, but...
It was, yeah.
Yeah.
So this is important. All right, we have had a wicket in the first couple of balls of every skin so far. Does it continue?
Wow, Trevor Hart, captain, who's going to face, and Brett Williams, who coaches the WA 55s. They're batting, so you kind of hope with their experience and their leadership that it's not going to happen, but let's see what happens now.
Peterson in the bowl, short of the length, well played for 2.
Nice easy start for Trev there.
It is. Peterson again, a little bit outside of stump. Another nice shot, a little bit of width on offer there, and as a result, 2 runs scored.
Both WA boys will like the balls they've had to face to get a bit of confidence. Grand final, first ball you face, bit of nerves, get that out of the way.
Yeah, a little short of the length, pushes that one down leg side.
Trevor Hart stepping across. Keeper didn't have an option to throw the ball there.
Smart cricket. Smart cricket. Wide outside of stump.
Oh, I would have thought that was wide too.
Oh, it's a bit of that black and yellow in your blood that's coming through, mate. Don't worry, I'll have some maroon at some stage soon.
Are we talking about the black pitch and the yellow ball? Is that what you're...
Oh, yeah, well, it's a chance. Caught
Oh, he's given
behind.
it.
What a catch there by Hocking.
Underside edge, they're not easy to take.
They are not. And guess what? We've had another wicket in the first over. It took 4 balls this time. 5 balls, sorry. Not 4. But we have had the result. Another wicket for Queensland in the first over of a skin.
Yeah, outside the off stump, it should have been bread and butter.
Should have been, that's for sure. We'll be disappointed with that. Short. Well played for 2.
Back to bread and butter.
It's over. 3 coming from the first over, including the wicket. Total of 83. So I think from Queensland's point of view, if they can just take a wicket every over and they're only putting on 2s and 3s, that'll be a good result.
It will be. It'll still put 90, 92 on the board for WA, which they'll be wrapped with it on a grand final.
Yeah, they will be. Like, it'll be a big chase. It's like Jason Nicol to be the new bowler for Queensland.
He'll be looking for a slightly better over than his first one. Cut out some of those leg sides and get it at the hip or the legs where he's aiming.
2 on the leg side. So that's obviously the plan he's going with at this point in time. Nicol in. Close to the leg side. A chance at the keeper's end. Good bit of fielding by Proctor up the front. Just a touch a little bit wide from the keeper, Hocking.
I think Brett Williams had pretty much given up the run if it was clean. He was out, he knew it.
It's an opportunity that Queensland really probably needed to capitalise on to keep this score down. WA building nicely at the moment on 85. Well played
Shot.
again for 2. They're both playing that shot nicely, aren't they?
Yeah, both. That's bread and butter for both of them there.
They're just a little bit short on length, a little bit fuller. You can't play that cross-bat shot. You've got to play a little bit straighter into that region as well. So see if Nicol can adjust. Better length ball, and as a result of it being a better length ball, didn't offer that really solid shot. A little bit outside edgy, but they called well and got 2 runs anyway.
Yeah, that type of ball I've seen Trev go to the back net before too, so he's...
Probably a wise choice he didn't, because he didn't quite get the middle of it anyway. And that might have offered it a chance up the back here. Nicol in again, 3 left in the over. Aggressive shot, he's given himself a bit of room there, hasn't he? Backed away, throwing his hands at that one, Williams.
He doesn't mind the back net either, so not surprised to see him step and give some room.
Starting to get a little tough now for Queensland. 92. Just a bit short. That one skidded through a little bit.
I think Brett Williams has seen Jason Nicol bowl quite full, so he might be hedging his bets and giving some room for hit the back net. Let's see what he does with this one.
1 to come. Jason Nicol over the 14th. 94's the total now. Push that one down. Because he's backing away there, that's the end of the over. Because he's backing away, that's probably a leg side wide. So Jason Nicol's following him again, not giving him any room to clear his arms. Jason Nicol's 2 overs going for 21. 14 so far for the skin. 94 is our total, so well on track for a good score. I think Queensland will really want a wicket or 2 here just to keep this under 100. That psychological big 100 is a big number.
Yeah, well, it means they have to score 25 a pair. It's no longer 20-25. It's just got to be 25 a pair if they want to win it. So I think WA will be pushing for 110. These two, I don't think necessarily will stick with the down-ups. Anything full or anything short outside off, I don't think either will hesitate to come back here. So I think 110 is more what they'll be aiming for.
Yeah, Dixon, the new bowler for Queensland, 2 overs to go. WA 94, looking to get in excess of 100. Full, just paddles a chance at the top now. Good throw, and that's out. Big wicket for Queensland. Slap up to the keeper. Presence of mind. 2 batters at the one end. Good throw by Hocking. Straight to Peter Blow, and a big wicket for Queensland. keeps WA in check now and puts them under a little more pressure too.
Yeah, interestingly there, when Trev got up, he walked through the Queensland huddle, so not sure he was doing the high five with him in there, but
A little bit of gamesmanship perhaps.
I would have thought so.
It's good, I like it. Big wicket for Queensland now, just keeps them in the game. Good length ball, very aggressive shot.
Yep.
Williams wanted a piece of that. It's only one, but
It is, but I was still saying I'm pretty sure they'll be aiming for 110. They won't be shy and going towards the back net.
hard on strike. Oh, that's done a fair bit. That has moved a fair bit. Great delivery there by Dixon.
He's done well to get something on it. Bit of noise on court one over there.
Yeah, I think it might have been a aggressive shot too. May have been a 7 perhaps. Oh, 5. Victoria coming back, fighting back nicely now on 83 over there for the over 45s grand final. Dixon in with 2 to come. Short. Plays that down up for a 1.
Yeah, he won't be happy with that.
No, he's a little shake of the head on the way down. Last ball to come. It's been a really good over from Dixon at this point in time. The wicket was vital. Really keeping this score in check. And again, Queensland doing everything possible to keep WA under the magic 3 figures. Aggressive shot. Good call in the end.
Yeah, Brett Williams looking to make some runs back for the wicket.
Dixon's 2 overs, 1 for 5. That's pretty impressive.
It's very good, especially grand final. Fielder supported him well. And Malcolm Proctor to bowl the last.
Yeah, this over's key for this game here. WA have shown their hand a little bit, haven't they? Been quite aggressive.
Yeah, I think if he bowls anything full, Brett Williams will probably go. Trevor Hart may and can do. WA will definitely be looking for that 100 now. The 110's probably not there.
Shot. Shot for 2. Short, nice and tight on the body, but a good line from Proctor.
It looks like he just bowls off cutters into the right-hander.
I think so, yeah. It's doing a little bit off the deck too. Nice shot by Williams for another 2. I think you're right. I think they've seen this 100 as the score now. And I mean, there hasn't been anything to drive yet. Shorter length ball. That's great delivery there by Proctor. Bringing it back into the right-hand batsman, giving him no room at all. And good run from WA just to push through for a single.
Yeah, with one fielder on that offside, it should be an easy call to get through.
Backs away, opens the stumps up for Proctor and goes straight through. Big wicket for Queensland in this last over. They have kept their foot at these guys from WA and making it very difficult with 2 balls to come.
Yeah, I think for Brett Williams, given what he did last over, that was the one he probably needed to get on the front foot and bang back here. Instead, he sat, opened the gate, and the ball didn't bounce.
It's been 2 very good overs so far to close out from Dixon and Proctor. What we thought WA could have forced their way to 110, now going to struggle to make 100. Nice shot.
Better.
Good adjustment. Nice shot for 2. Look, we've talked about momentum in the game, and there's just been that little shift in the last couple of overs. Queensland have bowled particularly well. 1 ball to come here for the WA innings. 93 is our score at the moment. Nice shot for 1. I think he was thinking back net for a second there. The temptation may have been there. But what an excellent innings there from Western Australia, putting on 94, which is going to be very, very tough for the Queenslanders to chase. Key things to take out of that first innings there. WA lost a wicket, at least 1, in every first over of a skin, and were able to fight their way back to scores of 30, 24 and 26, and the last one 14. There was a couple of extra wickets there. So congratulations to WA. I think that's going to be a total that is very, very defendable with ball in hand, and Queensland have to bat quite well.
Yeah, look, I agree. In their chat before the game, they would have been talking 20, 25 a skin, which gives them 80 to 100. They've hit that target. Their bowling and fielding lineup is quite strong. With Brett Williams as a left-arm bowler. The variety's there for the WA boys. And yeah, look, I think they'll give it a red-hot go at least. And yeah, it'll be a very, very good game.
Yeah, look, I think the message from the Queensland camp will be just give your last batting pair an opportunity. Let's stay in the game as long as we possibly can and just give that last pair that chance. Even if they've got to hit 30, 35, that is definitely possible. And as we talked about, the ball deteriorates a little bit as the innings goes on, so it will get a little bit easier back end.
Yeah, WA may leave their guys that bowl the cutters with the older ball, slow the pace up, make Queensland hit the ball. Not necessarily to the back net, but just make them hit the ball.
Interesting to see who Queensland sends out as the first pair for this. Maybe what we got here? What do you think would have been the message for WA from the coach?
Oh, look, Brett Williams is the coach. I don't think he'll be happy necessarily with his batting, only coming out with 7, same as Trev. They would have been looking to consolidate the first 3 pairs and get that 110 on the board and, in their mind, somewhat shut Queensland out with a 110 in the grand final, which would be really difficult to chase. But I still think they'd be happy with what they've got. And he'll now just be reiterating to them, hit your line of length. The clock doesn't count. Take your time, hit your line of length. And the fielders will just have to be clean and sharp. That's all it needs to be. Nothing special. Clean and sharp, and they'll be hoping to take the title.
Bit of a slow change over here. Looks like Jason Nicol and Peter Blow will be the 2 opening batters for Queensland.
As much as we're in the 55s age group, experienced pair coming out.
Yeah, very much so. Been around a fair bit.
Both played at the higher level.
Yeah, I think they'll just be looking to build a score initially. Try and take not too many risks. And like momentum's a big thing. I know I've said it a few times already, but it'll be the case that, if Queensland can just build and don't allow any wickets to fall, whereas WA are doing the opposite. They want to try and take regular wickets if they can, just to create pressure, not only on this pair, but the pairs that follow as well.
So it looks like Rod Beju's going to open the bowling for WA. Tall right armour will come over the wicket and angle the ball into the batters, which is probably ideal for Rod having 2 right-handers. John Trella will take the top stumps. John Coolgis, JK will keep. Brett Williams, left arm in the covers. And McSweeney and Hart on the leg side.
Yeah, setting up 2 on the leg side as well.
McSweeney hiding right in the back corner.
Yeah, very deep, isn't he? Wide outside of stump. So wide, actually a no ball off the pitch, so that's 4 runs. Very handy start there for Queensland.
Yeah, Rod Beju having a bit of a stretch there, might be a bit tight still.
Short. Oh, it's very close. I'd like to see that one on the replay. Peter Blow was running right down the side of the net. You want to see if we can see that on the replay, thanks to Calling All Sports. It's hard to say.
Good work from the WA boys. That's why Craig's sitting deep. He can come off the net and tab it to the keeper and get the run out.
It's an important wicket, and again, we've had a wicket in the first over of a skim.
The theme continues.
It does. Push that one down, leg side wide.
Just relieves the pressure a little bit. Yeah, Rod's not happy with himself. Little shake of the head.
Push that one down, leg side wide again. Another 2 runs. He does seem to be struggling a little. 2 balls left in this over. Queensland moving on to 3. Better adjustment. Well played by Peter Blow. Stepped inside that a little bit and played that one for 2 nicely over the offside.
Yeah, just sat waited for it to come into him and played it nicely.
Oh, jeez, he's loaded up on that one. Jason Nicol pulls that one around the corner, deep on the leg side there. 2 more runs, so that's 7 coming from the first over. A wicket to WA and a good fight back from Queensland. There seems to be a trend in this game so far. See if that continues.
I'm not sure McSweeney was diving towards the ball or diving to get out of the way of that ball. The way Jason Nicol hit it.
That was hit pretty hard and flat directly at him.
So the keeper now, John Coulgis, will have a bowl. He'll be right arm over the wicket.
Looking for a shiny side of the ball, so I assume there's a bit of swing coming.
Generally speaking, he'll bring it into the right-hander.
Bit of noise happening over 45. Victoria hitting 89. New South Wales currently 30, which included a 5-run penalty. Tight down the leg side, but called in.
Well bowled.
It's good areas there. New South Wales in that age group do have a few guys that like to go to the back net. Driven. Good little bit of fielding off his own bowling there to save extra runs. Aggressive shot by Nichols, but kept the ball down, which was important.
There's no bigger incentive for a bowler to save runs off their own bowling, so he's done well.
That was a lovely delivery. Deserved a wicket. He's a little proppy as well.
Alan Chalou taking the gloves while JK bowls.
2 on the leg side. Jason Nicol running down the same side with the 2 fielders. That's a little unusual.
Yeah, he pointed out to the batter there was 2 there too, so he's aware.
That side off stump. He's a long way down. Big turning circle there by Nichols, but he gets back safely. Stronger throw from the keeper. Using 2 gloves, I noticed, so it's always hard to throw with any great intensity, and that brings a 3rd ball opportunity up. So the score must change. Either a wicket or a run. Or a extra, but yes, the score will change on this delivery. Full, just played across on the leg side by Blow for 2.
Good pick up by Rod Beju on the leg side there. Didn't throw it. Peter Blow running down the middle of the track. He didn't want to hit him, so no chance in a run out.
Full and just pushed on the leg side. Oh, a little bit of a lazy run, a direct hit. May have been a tough decision for the umpire. Brings you over the end. That's 12 runs after 2 there for Queensland in a chase of 94 is the score Western Australia put on earlier.
7 for Peter Blow and 5 for Jason Nicol. I think Queensland will be happy with where they are at the moment. Nothing silly.
Yeah, they just, as I said, I think the instruction from their coach, Chucky Wilson, would have been to really just give that last pair an opportunity in the game. And if each of these pairs can go out, hit their 20-25 or thereabouts, gives that last pair a chance in the game. Trella now bowling. The longer run.
Comes from the corner.
A little under edge and a direct hit, and that's out. Big wicket for WA. What a bit of fielding. I think he was definitely out there. Peter Blow knows that one.
Yeah, no arguments from Peter Blow there. No look up at the umpire. So nice tap from Trevor Hart in the cover there.
Yeah, a very flat shot from Nichols, so it really didn't get up and over the fielder on there for WA, and really good touch to create that opportunity.
So WA be happy with the start from John Trella's over.
Certainly will. He's in a bowl and pushes that one down leg side.
Release the pressure again.
Yeah, look, across the 60s in this, there's been a few occasions of that as well. Maybe a little fatigue setting in. Troller in again. Pushes that one down leg side again. 2 easy runs for the last 2 balls for the Queensland team after being under a little bit of pressure.
Johnny's going to change it up and come round the wicket.
Pushes outside, there's a chance at the front again. Hart's been good up there. Got a good presence in the field. 2 to come. Short and wide and well played. But again, fairly flat by Nicol. He's not getting it up nice and high.
No. Peter Blow still running wide on the court. A bit unusual. Most players tend to run down the side of the pitch. Better.
Nice shot. Maybe just for the single. We'll see for the signal for the umpires. It brings the third over to a close. Just 1 off that last ball. So the score for 16 for Queensland. Skins aren't relevant in the context of the game for a grand final, but helps give you a gauge of where they're tracking. Yeah, so at this point in time, Queensland on 16. Looks like Hart, the skipper.
Yeah, Trevor Bowl, right arm over the wicket.
I think Queensland, if I was Queensland in this position, I'd be looking, I'm assuming Hart's a good bowler, so if we could get 5 or 6, we're on track and keep ourselves in the hunt for the game.
Yeah, absolutely.
But a wicket for WA would be a big moment in this game. Hart, full, well played. Good bit of fielding on the line there, saves a couple of runs.
Kept it to 1.
That could be crucial come back into the game. So those little moments in the field. Challenge that was. Nicol on strike to Hart. Short. Pulled around the corner. Direct hit would have been interesting, but Blow makes it through nicely. Another couple of runs.
Jason just didn't quite get it high enough to get it out of reach for the fielder. And
it's been a bit of a trend with his batting, I've found in this innings here. The sort of balls coming through at that sort of head height, which actually is pretty easy for a fielder at the front. Push that one through. A little bit of a, maybe an edge, but maybe off the leg there. Signalled off the leg, so that's 1 run, sorry. Moves the score to 20. 3 balls left. Oh, a little outside edge. It's a bit of a chance. Blow had to run around the fielder at the front. A little bit of a misfield.
Brett Williams, he won't be happy. Left-hander in the cover spot there. That's
bread and butter. Was a little bit lower, but like I say, a lot of the ones that Nicol's been hitting have been at head height, so easy. Short and wide outside of stump. Blow gets good shot, good throw there. Direct hit would have made it very difficult for Mark Nicol, our umpire. Last ball of this over now, Queensland 24.
Again, the bonus of having a left-hander in there that can throw a ball, and he's got a good arm on him, so.
Oh, that's a lovely shot. It's taken 4 overs for him to get one up in the Springs, but he does it at the end. 26 runs for Queensland. Really, really good start for them. On track here, WA getting a wicket early.
Just the confidence that brings the next pair, just seeing that come in and the crowd and clapping. And
that's exactly right. Your thoughts so far on this run chase?
Look, I think WA will be a little bit unhappy with the line they're bowling. First over and a half probably wasn't too bad. And just number of wides, just you just can't afford to bowl them. I'd be guessing, but probably nearly half those runs in wides.
Yeah, look, I think Queensland will be fairly happy losing 2 wickets. To hit a score of 26 is quite a reasonable return on that. So Williams now having a bowl.
He'll be left arm over.
Shaping it back into the right hander as our 2 batters for Queensland are Proctor and on strike is Hawkins.
Yeah, so Brett's action, he'll be low, he'll skid the ball through, it'll swing in, and he's got the cutter away too, so this will definitely slide onto the guys.
All right, let's see if the trend continues. A wicket in the first over of every skin. Williams, it's a very slinging action, isn't it?
Yeah.
Good arm speed through the air, does slide through a little bit. It's probably a little bit too quick for 55s, isn't it?
He's known for his bowling.
Putting 2 on the leg side now, so he's going to attack that leg stump line again. Just pushes that through. Nice areas there. Very slingy.
Yeah.
Hard to pick those ones up sometime, and that's that good pace as well.
But interesting to see whether he goes with a change up here. cut it away from the right-hander or whether he'll stick with what he's bowling.
It looks like the cutter out of the hand.
It was a bit slower.
It'd be hard to get much cut with such a low arm release, but it'd be more like an undercut more than anything.
Yeah, but because it slows up and because it kicks away from the right-hander, it's usually quite effective.
Nice chance to the keeper's head. Oh, it's a mix-up, wrong hand. WA, Williams not happy. Came off the toe there of Proctor. It's been an excellent over there so far by Williams. Only the 1 run coming from it, 2 balls left.
Yeah, Proctor was off, and I wasn't watching his batting partner to know what was going on there, but he was off.
That sort of stunt well played by Proctor for 2. We have 1 ball. Will the trend be broken, although there was an opportunity there for a wicket?
I mean, they've only got 3 runs off his 5 balls, so, and no wicket.
Push that one down leg side for a wide to finish off. Not happy with the decision, but I'm pretty comfortable with it from here. 5 from that first over and no wickets. The first time this game so far on our 6th attempt where we haven't lost a wicket in the first over of the skin.
And they only got 5 runs off it. So he has bowled well, just couldn't buy that wicket.
Interesting to see how WA approach this. Queensland under a little bit of pressure at the moment.
So Alan Chalou's going to bowl.
Putting 2 on the leg side again too, so bowling to a plan.
I think he's signalling around the wicket.
Oh, very good.
It's well bowled.
Yeah, played nice and straight as well. 1 run, safe shot, 1 run. Hocking on strike. Tight area there, really good bowling so far. Asking plenty of questions in that area.
Yeah, well, it looks like they are still aiming for the hip, or at least on the legs, but still got 2 on the offside, so we'll see what happens.
Played around the corner just for the 1. And Hocking.
Good dive from McSweeney. Spends a fair bit of time on the ground, McSweeney. Likes to throw his body around.
At this age?
Yes,
Very good.
He suffers for the diving too.
Off the leg, and there it is, another one.
Ask him which part of his body doesn't have an injury, and he won't be able to name any.
Proctor on stride now, setting up with 2 on the leg side.
Yeah, probably a little bit late, given he's bowled a good line of length.
Chance around the corner, a good call there from Hockings to push through, just the 1 run. Hocking looks like he's struggling a little bit running between the wickets too. Maybe a little bit of a niggle there. 1 ball left. It's been another really good over from WA. No wickets so far. Full played around the legs again and tries to get to it. It's only the 1. Brings it over to an end. 9 is Queensland's total for the skin. So that's 2 overs. Only 4 coming from that. 5 from the first over and no wickets. So although they're bowling very, very tight, Queensland are not losing a wicket. And sometimes that's what you need to do.
Yeah, look, I mean, they can hit 9 or 10 off an over and lose a wicket. But I think that puts more in the favour of WA getting the wicket. Whereas if you do just get that 4 or 5 runs, momentum's with Queensland because they haven't lost the wicket.
McSweeney on the bowl now, after diving around a fair bit in that last over.
So he'll be right arm over. He'll loop it into the right-hander.
2 on the leg side again, coming around the wicket too. Feel the pressure building again, a little moment here in the game. Who will win this little battle? That sort of stump has pushed the leg side. It's a chance, and that's out. Big wicket for WA. You can see they've been building pressure over the last 2 overs, bowling particularly well. Queensland just scratching some 1s, and the end result is another wicket for WA. What a result.
And that's exactly why you do what you do with 2 on the leg side, right? You bowl on the legs or the hips, straight to the fielder, and just an easy underarm to the keeper, and there's your wicket.
And really, I think that wicket comes from the 2 previous overs and how well they were bowled as well.
Oh, built the pressure.
Short.
Oh, he's let it.
2 easy runs for Proctor. Just a little bit of ball watching there for a second.
Well, the Queensland batters will have to be careful because Britt Williams has got an arm.
Hockey's on strike. Leg side wide call, tight call, but Mark Nichol, the umpire, was all over that one.
And the right call.
Short wide again. Oh, he's missed that one. It's a chance at the top end.
Oh, he made it back.
Well run by Proctor. Hocking will be very disappointed with that one. That's bread and butter outside off stump. That's an easy 2 runs.
Yeah, I think if JK had the arm of Brett Williams, that would have been a run out easy.
Wide driven. Fortuitous bounce that sort of kicked up, and Hocking is really, really starting to labour now.
Bit of grimacing.
1 ball left in this over. It's been a good over so far. By McSweeney. Got a wicket early. Sort of stump, and well played, really well played by Proctor. Nice 2. Moves the score to 12. Team total of 38. Chasing the total that WA put on earlier of 94.
Yeah, 3 overs, only 1 wicket. And score on 12. So it shows WA have bowled good lines and had a lot of dot balls. And to get that 1 wicket in that over, it was very handy.
Certainly was. Triller now for his 2nd over. Last over of the skin, Queensland 12 for the skin, team total of 38, probably just a little bit behind the 8 ball. Would like to get through this over without any wickets. Nice ball, good shot for 1. Well played, nice straight bat.
Yeah, well bowled, well played.
Now even Proctor's starting to struggle a little bit. The back end of the week's catching up with a few of these guys. Hockey on strike. Now to Trella.
And Proctor just needed a breather, I think.
He is starting to struggle more and more. Shot, he's got to push through. He is labouring and he's pulled up pretty sharp there, Hocking. Only 4 balls to get through.
Banging his ankle as if it locked up. Good bit of fielding from Brendan Vine on the leg side there.
Push that one down leg side. Called a leg side wide. It was a pretty tight call, but I'm pretty sure Queensland will re-bowl that one now. It was a score to 16. The skin team total of 40, so they're getting close to that halfway mark at the halfway stage. It's game on. Driven, it's a chance at the top. Oh, missed field. Service just a touch high, but should have been taken, and that should have been a wicket. Especially with Proctor struggling, 17 runs for the skin.
Yeah, the runner struggling. Rod Bezier would know he's got to do better service. And Brett Williams, 2 hands, that's a wicket. Short.
Nice played. Up into high up on the court. Only the 1 coming from that one. 2 balls remaining and the Triller over. Queensland moved to 18 after being in trouble. It's one thing we've seen, that although there are wickets, there has always been a solid building of each of the partnerships as it progressed. Driven. Chance at the top. Good.
Oh.
Bit of running there. Well, I think that was running. It might have been a good bit of hobbling, perhaps. And they don't want to take a run on this last ball because they're both broken.
Yeah, but they are where they need to be.
Well, yeah, they're pretty close to halfway at the halfway mark. Triller in the bowl. Defensive shot by Hocking. And I think we're going to need a wheelchair for both of these two to get off the court. They look very, very sore.
Bit ginger.
And they do. Maybe if we had a super over, it could really unsettle things a little.
Well, that'd be interesting.
Means we've got a good game on our hand for the next 8 overs, doesn't it?
Well, like I say, they're nearly spot on halfway to where they need to be. WA have bowled reasonably well. They'd be a little bit unhappy with the extras. 1 or 2 chances they probably should have taken, but give Queensland their due. The first couple of overs in that pair, no wickets and only 9 runs, so they battled well, and they've come out with 20. And again, that 20-25 a pair, they're on track. So
Brendan Vine's the new bowler. 2 balls remaining. He's 2 for 2 for 1. 2 balls remaining. 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 2 for Western Australia. And we've got Jan Peterson and Drew Dixon, the two batters for Queensland.
So Brendan will come right arm over the wicket.
Bowls pretty heavy ball too, doesn't he?
Yeah.
For this age group anyway.
So he's left-hand, right-hand combination?
It looks that way, yes. In AFL terms, they call this a premiership quarter. Nice start, good call. Very safe option there from the call. So yeah, I think if one of the teams can get some ascendancy through this next 4 overs of the game, it may set it up short and wide outside off stump, and that's just a bit too easy for Peterson for 2 runs.
Have to change his line here now to the right-hander. Dug it out well.
2 runs to the score. 3 left in this line's over. Very short run up, but generates a bit of pace off it.
Certainly does.
Tight down the leg side and called good by Mark Nicola, our umpire.
Quick over too. Oh,
He's
there's 4
getting
balls
through
in
it.
already. No wicket first over of this pair yet.
We've seen a change in the way the game's panning out. Short and wide down the leg side. A little disappointing with that delivery, Vines.
Yeah, probably just needs to take the extra deep breaths, slow the game down a bit. Bit of a grimace on the face, even more reason to take a deep breath.
Short outside off stump this time. Good
Kept off the
fielding.
net.
Just 1, 7 coming from the first over, no wickets. We've seen a shift.
7 from it.
This is a pair that I think WA should really have a crack at. If they can just keep building a score, that last pair only needs 20, 25. If there was something like a 40 they were chasing, it puts a little bit more pressure on.
So John Coolgis is going to bowl. He'll swing him in to the right-hander and away to the lefty.
Putting 2 on the leg side for the left-hander.
He's going to bowl around the wicket to the lefty. He'll most likely come back over the wicket to the right-hander.
Driven. Good call of no. Very sharp call there by Jan Peterson. Drew Dixon comes back. Fielded off his own bowling.
He's hit that pretty well.
Just needed to be a couple of metres either way, and it would have been a good value for that shot. It's uppish, there's a chance.
There it is.
Taken. Peterson just played that one a little bit uppish. Good catch on the leg side line, and that's a big wicket for Western Australia. Like I said, I think this is the pair they should try and attack.
Just a good line of length. Easy catch for Robeju in the end. So McSweeney back in his corner.
Dixon on strike. Shape in, well played. Well shot for 1.
Back around the wicket to the left-hander.
Swung back inside the line there. Momentum's now with WA.
Late swing just brought it inside.
Queensland on 49, 94 is a big score. Push that one down leg side and wide, 2 easy runs. 1 ball left in this over.
Wicket for WA would be really handy. Queensland will be looking just to bang the 2, keep the score going up.
Driven. It's a chance at the top. Direct hit, and Peterson would have been out. Good fielding of his own bowling.
Good pick up.
Couple of runs to the Queensland total. 3 given for that one there. Good over there. He's bowled 2 now, hasn't he? That's
He
1 for
has.
6 off 2, so that's an impressive performance.
He's bowled well today.
Queensland 8 runs for the skin, 54 is the total, 41 away from victory with 6 overs to go.
Alan Chalou's going to bowl.
Don't mind that. I think he's going to make it pretty tight here.
WA will be thinking ahead. Who's going to bowl their last 4?
I think they should still go pretty strong here. So if this pair could get another 15,
Yeah.
But if they get no more, then it's a big chase.
It's that balancing act, and the skipper's got to know who he's got left and what they do, and does he think a certain bowler bowls better to a lefty, because we normally bowl to right-handers. And
Good start to the challenge over.
dot ball, just build the pressure. Chalou, right arm over the wicket.
Driven
Shot.
with some good force there by Peterson. 4 runs coming from that shot. That's exactly what Queensland needed at the moment. Vines is down a little bit. A few sore and tired bodies out there at the moment, I have no doubts.
He's got an over to bowl too.
He does. 4 balls left in this 11th over.
Shot.
He went hard at that.
Wasn't a bad ball.
That's a ball in the right area. Got enough on it and 2 runs scored.
Well bowled.
Two left in the over. 14 is the score for the skin, 60 is the total. Reminder, they're chasing 94. Push that one, driven straight back to the bowler. No runs scored.
Well fielded.
Creates the 3rd ball now. WA need a wicket. Notice that the field at the front's come a little bit straighter for this 3rd ball. Pushes it wide.
Oh, Johnny.
Slight miss.
Keeper won't be happy with himself on a 3rd ball.
No, it's a valuable run for Queensland. 15 now for the skin, 61. Coming into the last over of this skin, so there's 5 overs left in the game.
The Queensland, they what, 34 off 5 overs?
Correct. Yeah. So it's well and truly capable, and as long as this pair keeps doing what they're doing, they're giving that last pair that opportunity to keep in the game.
I don't think it really matters. I mean, don't get me wrong, they've got to hit runs, but as long as they don't get out and they keep building.
I think that's the key for a few reasons. A, the scoreboard, and also momentum for WA as well. If they get another wicket here, they'll be pumped. Going to the skipper. Going to the big gun.
Yeah, look, I think he knows they need a wicket.
I agree.
And that wicket to give him 40. And there may still be balls left in this over, but to need 40 is...
Oh, good
Well
ball.
bowled.
Really good area there on the kneecap. Perfect spot. This game's going to come down to the wire, I feel. Short, paddled around the corner, shot for 2. Push that through.
Wow.
Good call. Just the 1 run. Moves the score to 18. Team total 64. So now 30 runs behind the WA score with 3 balls left in this over. Short, paddle around the corner. I think just for 1. Yes, that's what the umpire's given. Mark Nicol.
Brett Williams just reminding him it was only one.
Yeah, plenty of umpiring from on the court. We've seen that all week.
There it is.
That's a massive wicket in the context of the game. Part straight through Dixon.
Dixon's not happy with himself. That ball was full and middle and off, and he's played a cross-bat shot.
Yeah, it did keep a little bit low, but I think that was the right shot for that delivery. And that just makes things a little bit tougher now for Queensland with one ball to come.
Ideal for WA.
Exactly what, again, momentum, you can just hear it. The crowd's just getting a little bit more behind them as well.
Shot.
Played with some authority for a nice down up, only for the one, and that brings the skin to an end with 15 runs coming from that skin. Queensland moved to 64 coming into the last 4 overs of the game, needing 34 runs for victory.
It's game on now.
Yeah, I think with runs on the board, WA have their noses in front, but anything can happen. It's a game of indoor cricket. There will be a fair bit of pressure on Queensland, but at the same time, plenty of pressure on WA as well.
Look, if Queensland are going to win this, it's going to be the highest skin for the game. So the odds are definitely in favour of WA from that perspective, but certainly doesn't mean they can't do it.
Yeah, I agree.
WA have got some good bowlers to come to. I'm pretty sure you've still got Brett Williams, Brendan Vines, Rod Beju, and Craig McSweeney.
Darren Nortman is the kind of guy that can go to the back net and will go to the back net if needed.
Okay.
He's not shy, he'll go down fighting, that's for sure. Stefan Tomarini, his batting partner as well. Had a fair contribution in the field.
Yeah. Oh, fielded well, Steph.
Fuller length delivery and aggressively played by Darren Norman.
Oh, no.
Bit of a misfield, it would have been close. 2 runs coming from that first ball for Queensland.
Picks that up clean and hits the stumps, just reach over.
Exactly right, aggressive intent. Tomarini on strike to Vines. Well played, nice shot for 2. Nice shot by Darren. 2
Keeping
runs.
it simple.
Yeah. 2 a ball so far for Queensland, 6 off the first 3. I think that's what Queensland need. If they can get a good 10 runs in this first over, the pressure starts to shift back onto WA. Vines full and well played by Tomarini. That was a lovely shot for 2.
Steph was pretty happy with it. Had a good look at the bowler. Bowler didn't look at him though.
A little bit of feeling, a little bit of history, perhaps. Vines in again. Well played. Norman just defends that one, and no run coming from that. 1 ball to come left in this 13th over. Queensland 25 behind, requiring 26 from this point on. Outside off stump and driven aggressively. Stefan Tomarini gets back quickly.
Oh. Considering the deflection, it was pretty good that Steph got back.
It was, and that brings it to an over, and it'll be a 3rd ball for the first ball of the 14th over.
Yeah, Steph may well know once Norman lines up with that, he knows he's got to get back because it's going straight. So he's probably batted with him most of the week, and good knowledge to have.
3rd ball here.
So McSweeney with his little in-swingers.
Got a little hobble on at the moment too. I think we could probably pick a little hobble with all the players out there. Tomarini on strike, 3rd ball. Queensland, 8 for the skin, 69. Reminder, chasing 94 from WA, so need to get 1 in front. 26 runs required for victory. Just a slight little delay. Vines gets himself ready after he's bowling the over. Important over in the context of this game. I think Queensland will look for a back net somewhere. Sweeney, full and well played. Nice shot. So chance at the top. Good running by Tomarini. Gets through. Only the single.
Good spot by McSweeney, but Steph did what he needed to do, give himself a chance to get down the other end.
Sweeney in again, short and wide, and well played by Darren Norman. And nice shot for two. .72. Now 23 away. Fuller length ball, and well played by Tom Marini's a chance. A little bit of a misfield. Tom Marini runs through. Another two to the score.
WA feeling the pressure a little bit here.
The pressure's on both teams at the moment. For sure, this is going to come down to the wire, I feel. WA probably want a wicket here just to stir things up a bit. McSweeney in again. Oh, just probably a little tentative there by Darren Norman. Dot ball. Two left in this over, the 14th over. Sweeney in. Side off stump, and well played by Darren.
Right.
Nice shot for two. Risk-free cricket, one ball to come.
McSweeney's just got to tuck him up a little bit more. Take away that easy two.
Tom Marini. Full, driven, it's a chance at the top. Chance at the keeper's end now. Big wicket for WA. Confusion between the two batters, and that's exactly what WA needed to keep them in the game.
Good
wow.
call. Good call from the fielders to get it to the keeper's end. I think McSweeney thought he had him on toast at this end.
We saw a couple of those in the Queensland innings, and they didn't capitalise on it. And that's the difference at this point in time. WA get the big wicket. Now the task just got a little bit tougher. Queensland, what do we need here? We need 24 off 12 balls, so 2 runs a ball. A couple of quality bowlers still to come, but isn't there?
Well, you've got Beju and Williams, and Brett Williams first over. The left arm over the wicket was pretty handy, so you think if Rod Beju can keep this to 6 to 8 runs, or even if he keeps it from 8 to 10 runs, I still would have thought with Brett Williams to come, definitely in WA's favour.
Yeah, I think this is the over. Like Williams bowls that sort of speed and that skinniness, it's probably hard to go after.
Yeah.
I think if they're going to go, they'll have to go a little bit here. Darren Norman on strike, short outside of stump, wide for two. Well played. Tom Marini now on strike. 2 a ball technically gets the result for Queensland.
Yeah, look, I mean, it sounds like a lot considering what the Skins have been throughout the game, but
there's a dot, won't work now. So I think this is perhaps where they need to consider having a go.
Probably don't need to panic yet. You never know, you might get a wide in that last over that makes up for that ball, so
this is true.
Just play the game you've been playing and see how it goes.
Yeah, I've only seen Williams bowl once, but I just feel that that's really hard to get away if you need to go to the back. It's just so hard to pick up with the slinging action. Full length ball and driven to the back net, and that's 4 runs for Queensland. That's big in the context of the game. And the crowd and the bench is getting excited. Makes up for that 2 before.
Certainly does.
Queensland 79. Score they have to beat is 94.
Don't know if Alan Chalou was unsided there or not with the runner, but got through.
Again, a little bit of a chance. It's out.
Got him.
Big wicket for WA. That one's pretty close. Like to see that one on the replay. It's hard to tell. Probably we'll go that Mark Nichols got that one right. It looks pretty close, but that's a big wicket for WA now. There's 1 ball left in this over. Queensland need to find a back net again. With Williams bowling the last over here, I think this is where they've got to try and go. Otherwise, it's just going to be a fair crack at the last over.
Yeah, given what you were saying earlier, I think Norman on strike's the right man to go for it too.
I think he will. If he gets the right ball, if it gets a little bit full. Just pushes that one down leg side wide. That's not a bad option for
just
WA.
Thinking that myself, yeah.
That's not a bad outcome.
Especially if the WA boys know he can hit a ball. Well played.
Not a bad option. 6 balls remaining. Williams, ball in hand to win the game, the national final here in the over 55s division for Western Australia. Plenty of work to do here from Queensland. We can hear the vocal WA crowd getting behind their team here. Queensland, 18 to tie, 19 to win the game with 1 over to go. Williams bowls pretty hard to get away.
Hopefully he doesn't target that leg and overdo it and throw any down the leg side, because that'll give Queensland a bit of incentive. And
It will. Good opportunity to thank our broadcast partners here, calling All Sports from Brisbane, for this wonderful coverage we have. Remember, everyone, stick around. We've got 6 balls here. They're going to be absolute crackers, and we've got plenty of action still to come later today. Williams bowling to Tomarini. Queensland needing 19 runs to win the game. It's all or nothing now for both teams. Opportunity here to become a national champion in the over 55s division. Tomarini on strike.
Williams
Quick
in.
and fast and wide. Queensland run through, just the 1 run.
Called it good.
Ball was good. 5 balls to go. Looking for a big back neck shot here from Darren Norman. Aggressive, that's wide.
He's called it.
Tomarini's a long way down, it's a chance at the top. Good running, and that wide there called. That's a rebowl, so there's 5 balls still remaining. Gets us 2 runs closer. Quick in again. Aggressive shot. Oh, he's been given out.
He must have lifted his foot.
I don't think he did, but he's been given out stumped. I'm not sure about that one. Closer replay, but again, Mark Nichols is in the best seat in the house up there. Now the task for Queensland's pretty tough. 21 required off 4 balls. That is some serious back net play, and WA setting the field, coming back a little bit deeper now. It's a chance to be a hero. Full, bang, aggressive, backcourt. 3 runs scored. 3 balls remaining now, 18 runs to win.
WA just need to hold the ball when they've got it now.
Got to go to the back net. Tomarini, full aggressive, drop chance. Probably not going to hurt a great deal. 1 run coming from that ball. Two balls left.
Need a no ball.
Need a something wide or a no ball. Full, dropped opportunity, 2 runs. But WA have done enough here with 1 ball to come.
Good effort by McSweeney. On the ground again.
It's his favourite place, you keep telling me.
It is his favourite place, yes. If there was a mattress there, mate, he'd be there all the time.
Last ball of this game. Williams in the bowl of Tomarini. Goes aggressive,
Shot.
back net, just for the run. And our 2025 over 55s national champions is WA. Congratulations to them. They were clinical, putting on a massive score of 94 early in the game. Congratulations to them for winning that final. Congratulations to Queensland for making it through to the grand final as well. I'd like to thank my co-commentator, Dave McKay.
Cheers, Mr. Mogg. You've done very well as lead commentator. Bit of emotion, bit of adrenaline in there for you, mate. So good to see.
Got to make it exciting for the crowd. Just like to thank everyone for following the telecast at home. Plenty more action still to come. In the over 55s division, Western Australia victorious 94 to 81. Thanks for tuning in. We've got plenty of action still to come.